Is your cat running the show? Does your special feline think they are the boss? Is your cat truly the head of the house? In this material, we'll take a quick dive into the mind of your cat. Well, not just your cat, but most cats. And we'll talk about whether cats adopt the submissive first mindset, or is everything, from their perspective, done just for them? Are you owning your cat, or is your cat owning you? Interesting topic, fun topic, and I've got you covered. Stay tuned. Do cats think that they are the boss? Yes. Most of the time, the answer is indeed yes, especially in the very early days of ownership. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that most everything you do in your home, your cat probably thinks it's for them. Felines have a survival of the fittest mindset. They're both predators and prey. Cats are independent. It's sort of like a new phone or a new computer. They come with default settings. And for a cat, the default is all eyes on me. This is often what people note, at least from afar, with being the biggest difference between canines and felines. What's that old saying? The dog looks at the humans, sees everything they do, and says, wow, they must be gods. Whereas the cat looks around, sees everything that people do, and says, wow, I must be a god. If you've heard that or something similar, let me know in the comment section below. And how about this one? I've got this on a little mini pillow. It says, there's nothing greater than being owned by a cat, something like that. With respect to today's topic question, I mean, hey, merchandise with boss sayings. People are making money off the fact that cats think they own the place. So certainly cats, at least most cats, they do think they run just about everything. Of course, when you talk about a subject like this, there's about a million layers. How far does this whole boss thing actually go? If your cat is so much of a boss, are they so much of a boss that they'll attempt to take over your home? Just wreck and ruin everything? It can happen. Some cats have that ultimate my way or the highway mindset, while other factors often contribute to this mindset. If a cat feels a sense of unease, if they feel a lack of stability and security, they'll be a bit more inclined to take advantage of the situation. It's a lot like raising a kid, raising a teenager. It really all boils down to respect. What happens when a teenager has no respect for the parents? Trouble. There's a lot of trouble. For most cat owners, thankfully, things are much more simplistic and relaxed. As cat owners, and hopefully this is your situation, as that bond of trust and loyalty slowly builds, the cat will settle. And while this is not to say that your lap cat, the cat right there next to you right now, doesn't think they're the boss, that they're still the boss, they do have respect for you, respect for the environment, respect for the comfort and shelter that you have provided for them. Cats, over time, most felines will begin to take on the personality of their owners. At least to some degree, they'll know what works and what doesn't, what actions get rewarded and what actions get punished. They'll understand what is tolerated and what gets the best results, and certainly what does not. Felines are quite intelligent, and cats that have the good life, they quickly learn not to mess things up. So much of the love and loyalty that your cat has for you, it really is rooted in a bit of self-preservation. Your cat loves you, but they also know that, hey, I better act right or this could all be taken away from me. This is why even when most cats, they do have that boss attitude, they'll concede a lot of their ground to their owners. Cats, even well-trained and generally well-behaved felines, they move when they want to move. Control? It's very difficult to have control over a feline. If your cat is cuddled up with you, acting on their best behavior, it's because they want to. They want to be that way, and they want to be there with you. As an example, the zoomies. We all know about the zoomies, right? Your sweet and gentle cat out of the blue decides to claw at you and then run around the house. The zoomies, that's just a glimpse of a much bigger picture. When cats become a bit uncomfortable, for whatever the reason, even if it involves too much stimulation and too much of a good thing, they'll often return to that default setting, if only for a moment. The one where the guard is up, self-preservation is the goal, and survival of the fittest is a must. When it comes to the topic of your cat thinking they're the boss and everything is all about them, one of the more basic examples is name calling. When comparing cats and dogs, this is often another example that many people will point to when describing the stereotypical relationships. How dogs need humans, yet cats don't seem to need humans at all. Of course, there are plenty of examples that go against the grain and against the stereotype, but I think many of us would concede that it's a bit easier to get the attention and the obedience of a canine compared to a feline. Obedience being the word of the day. Example: if your dog is in your backyard, even a big backyard, when you call for your dog, they'll probably come running. You probably don't have to even think twice about it. Okay, now do the same with a cat. Call out for them. Come home, come inside. No, the fun is only just beginning. Most cats view this act, the act of you calling them, as a game. They're playing you, almost mocking you, making fun of the idea that you think that you have got the control. It also must be noted that cats don't respond to their name in the same way that dogs do. They don't associate the name with a command, an action, a desire to move. This is why some owners wonder at all if their cat even knows their name. No, your cat's listening and your cat hears you, then they know their name. They just don't care enough to move. They don't associate their own name with action. Dogs are very different in this regard. Audience, have you ever spent hours outside calling for your cat? Have you ever gone into the yard to get your cat, to pick up your cat, reach down to only find them run away from you each and every time? And how about this one? Has your cat ever appeared at your door, let's say your back door in the backyard, acted like they wanted in, but as soon as you open that door, they ran away? It's a game, it's a sport, and a lot of cats play it. Control. They have it, you don't. Not saying this doesn't happen with dogs, but it's far less likely. Canines are often more than happy to give control to their owners. Man's best friend, right? That phrase has been around forever. The employee gives in to the boss, but the boss will come around when they feel like coming around. This is why even the most loyal and loving cats, they still have that itch to call the shots, to be in charge. It's just a cat thing. What can I say? Do cats think that they're the boss? Does your cat think that they're the boss? Probably. But as long as your cat isn't being aggressive and living within the structure that you've established, it really doesn't matter too much what they actually think. Ultimately, it's all about what your cat does, not so much what they could be thinking at any given moment. If your pet is thinking, I'm up on this sofa and the person is petting me, wow, I've got them trained, I own them. If that's what your cat is thinking while purring, then so be it. In the end, if your cat is well-mannered and content, if your cat thinks they own you, I'm guessing they're also thinking they wouldn't want to own anyone else. So if they think they own you, I'm guessing they're more than happy with you. So that's the sweet spot, and that's what you're looking for. To the audience of Senior Cat Wellness, is your cat the boss? In what ways do they show you each and every day that they own the place? Any fun stories to share? Any stories about attempting to call your cat in from the backyard, calling them for hours while your cat walked around just laughing at you? I've got several stories of my own in that regard. Your stories, your commentary. The comment section, as always, it's all yours. And if you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd certainly love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.